of have like an aggressive, something that looks aggressive to make the enemies think that we're, you know, taking control of the map. So we're going to deter them from like taking one part of the map, whilst also sort of having like a bait set up on the other side. So we're sort of inviting them in to come to one part of the map, and we're going to have something to basically destroy them when they come into a choke point that we're trying to like funnel them into. So what we're going to do to like fake the aggression with these agents, so we're gonna put down, I'm sure everyone's familiar with this, the normal traditional one way, and we're going to be pairing it up, Sova and Astra together. So we'll put the one way here at the start of the round with a star here, and we'll basically be using Sova's dart, you know, just very simple, just a dart behind to just stop them coming into this choke point at the start of the round. And then I'll go on to chamber. So this is very simple, nothing too complicated going on here. We'll have the, you know, the traditional trademark over here, and we'll have
bit
chamber sort of taking
over to
info.
the right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fine. And then basically we'll just have chamber sort of taking info towards mid. He can have his TP set up multiple different ways. Doesn't matter too much. But the more interesting part of the map, I'll hand it over to Yugen, is
We're doing basically a trap setup where Raze and Fade are ready to do a nice seasonade setup, with Fade Seas and Raze's nade through this window. The reason she's starting here is so that she's ready to retake mid with Chamber if the enemy team come out and take mid. But we're playing to kind of filter them towards B main, like Ben said. So what's going to happen here is Fade is going to be jiggling B main here, like this, with the C's in her hand. And when she sees someone, she's just going to throw it here on the floor. They're going to get trapped, and I'm just going to throw, well, Raze is just going to throw the nade through the window. I'm a Raze main, so I kind of associated myself with Raze there, but yeah.
I'm just
Yeah, it's me. I'm Raze, but yeah.
so like to imagine this from like an attacker's POV, say that we haven't done this sort of like setup to open up a round before. Maybe we had like Sova towards B, as he's traditionally better towards B and opens up more rounds on B than A, usually anyway. They're gonna think that we're doing something different. It's gonna look new. So the players that default on the enemy team towards A main are gonna be a bit like they're not going to want to come in straight away without like grouping up and using like proper utility. Let's just say it was like just a jet over here for whatever reason,
Yeah.
and it's going to funnel them either, hopefully our goal is for them to either go and take mid or go and take B main. And having chamber, you know, with his like TP sub, whether it just loads of variants, but sort of looking into mid where you can take loads of risks. Like I'm sure if you play chamber, you know, running for a smoke, getting a free kill, TP out, all that type of stuff can happen based on what the situation is. But really, we're just hoping they go into B main and we have like almost a guaranteed like multi-kill set up here.
Yeah. Even if they do go A though, and even if they do go mid, we are ready to kind of punish them for that. So that's what this star here is for. So if, let's say for example, this jet was to swing this one way, what would happen is her team would obviously have to break the recon and not be ready to fight with her, and she would get pulled by the Astra. So Astra would just, you know, she'd be holding the one way, and if Jet ran through the one way or whatever, she'd pull and repeak probably with the recon. Maybe the recon tags her and stuff. So Astra would have a pretty big advantage in that fight, and then she'd probably back off if there was more than one though. But if they were to go mid, go on.
Someone left. Can you drag them back in?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yo.
I got you.
All right. So what would happen if the enemy team go mid is Sova would rotate towards short, Raze and Fade would come to market, and whichever smoke the T side use, you would treat it as map control. So let's say they smoke short, Chamber, Sova are going to take control of that smoke, maybe drone for it, Fade might recon to mid, and we'd all coordinate a fight into mid together and stop the enemy from doing what they want to do, probably. And kind of play B for retake while we're doing this. So where we're going to go from here is you guys are going to go into groups, and you guys are going to figure out round openings with different comps in groups of 3. I think, well, no, there's only, how many people is there? So we're going to have to redo the groups. So there's...
That's fine, we can definitely do that. I just wanted to ask if anyone had any questions about anything they didn't understand about this, or they wanted to ask about this, if they kind of like familiar with the task and what we just said, if there's any questions they had about it, any alternatives that they might think would be good here. Anything they like